Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa sallallahu wa sallam wa barak ala nabiyyina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. In this segment, I wanted to speak briefly about the Q&A philosophy of as-Saafiy. At bottom, as-Saafiy aims to be an institution of learning, which produces educational content. We want to be a resource for traditional Islamic knowledge, appealing to a community of people motivated to expand their scholastic horizons. And we want our content, all of it, including our Q&As, to be highly informative and academic. This means that when you submit a question, it will not be met with a one-word response. Yes, no, halal, haram, etc. Instead, each question will be thoroughly researched. The evidence to support the response will be provided. The premise behind it will be explained. The thought process clarified. And, whenever possible, the answer will be backed by precedent. At as-Saafiy, when it comes to your questions, we are committed to the following approach. We will teach, not tell. We want our subscribers to understand how our tradition teaches us to think, rather than simply tell them what to think. Subsequently, we invite you, the learner, to scrutinize the response, to point out the holes in it, to question the response if you find a reason to do so. If some fault, legitimate fault, is found in our response, we will revisit and edit it accordingly, thereby making the process of question and answer a cooperative one. The goal is to reach the truth. And sometimes the best way to achieve that goal is through a collaborative effort. The more eyes on an issue, the better. Just ask Al-Imam al-Tabari rahimahullah ta'ala and Al-Hafiz ibn Hajar rahimahullah. Their monumental works in a tafsir and a sharh, respectively, were the products of collaborations between themselves and their students. You may see something that we don't see, and your input could potentially help us to get a wrong answer right, or to make a good answer even better. To be clear, we're not asking people who do not feel comfortable, capable, or qualified to do research to do so. Some of our subscribers are quite studious and have done some studying, and some of them have not. If you consider yourself in the latter category, then feel free to submit your question, sit back, and appreciate the response. But if you count yourself from the former category, then please feel free to submit your questions, along with your perspectives and your contributions to the related discussion and debate. Regardless where you fall in the spectrum, we encourage all of our subscribers to submit questions that we and others can learn from. And as we mentioned previously, we even encourage you to scrutinize the response. But when you do so, we humbly request that you do so respectfully, bearing in mind the hadith collected by Ibn Majah rahimahullah ta'ala and others, on the authority of Jabir ibn Abdullah radiyallahu anhu, and authenticated by Imam al-Albani rahimahullah, in which the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam, he said, "Man ta'allama al-ilma liyubahiya bihi al-ulama, أو يماري به السفهاء أو يصرف به وجوه الناس إليه أدخله الله جهنم." whoever learns knowledge to compete with the scholars, or to argue with the ignorant, or to attract the people's attention in his direction, Allah will cast him into hell. So let's ask questions and have healthy debate and discussion with pure intentions and for the right reasons, not for the wrong reasons. And may the peace, mercy, and blessings of Allah be upon you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.